still about the man John Fiifi Atta-Mills. July 24th will be exactly 10 years since he passed on to eternal rest. And as you have been allowing me to engage you and share my experiences with him, you know, as the president of the Republic of Ghana, people tended to misconstrue what he meant by being father for all. He was referred to as being slow. He was called all kinds of names. At a point, even from within the NDC system, he was described as being the head of a Team B government. President Mills, Team B. Certainly those who were making those comments, it was just out of political mischief. Some were looking for appointments. They were not in the ranking per the president's, ranking order. And so they must have felt that it was a right to be appointed. And once that right didn't work in their direction, and so they will fire salvos from all angles to disorganize the president. But I can say with a lot of certainty, of course, he's human. So the insults, it gets to a point where, it really will get to him. And I recall a number of times, because as head of communications, as spokesperson, it was my duty. I would have to communicate around. And so they say, Kokwanyido, the bull. That's how come that name, epithet, the bull, came out, because I seem to have adopted a very bullish posture in defending, of course, candidate Mills at the time when I was head of communications at KOKU Hill, the campaign office. Of course, once we transited to power, maybe I became more of a bull. And so, but it was a posture and a non-abusive posture. You can't be hitting at my president just like that and not, be counted. So we did that with dexterity, with finesse, with tact, and also with facts. Never once did I have to go out, say anything, and retract, because I was sure that what I was putting out. And I'm sure that also seemed to ruffle feathers. And people thought that they could run to the president. Have you heard what KOKU has said again? Have you heard what KOKU has said again? And what they pamno, or habino, what they pamno. He would just smile. And very often, when these persons are walking out of his office, he will give me a call in my office. And so while I'm walking up the stairs to get to his office, I will see certain personalities walk down the stairs. And once I got into his office, he will ask, did you see this man or that woman walk? I said, yes. I bypassed him. Well, he came here again to say that I should get rid of you. But you see, know them, but don't let them know that you know them. KOKU, know them, but don't let them know that you know them. That will be your strength. The day you go aggressive and let them know that you know them, they will mutate and come after you in various forms. There was a deep charge by people. Of course, it's human. Even Christ, the mediator, the Redeemer, when he came in human form, it was human beings. Pharisees, Sadducees, the zealots, they went after him, all because his message didn't sit well with their teachings and their misapplication of the real potency of the word of God. So, and once the president was very confident with me, he would just say, Koku, remain focused. Once I'm happy with you, nobody can get me to sack you from this place. I know the kind of work you are doing for me. And that was the relationship. It was, a covenant relationship between human beings. Otherwise, as a human being, my covenant is with God. But it was a relationship that was steeled in honesty and the fact that he was a good man, a good leader, and incorruptible. I'm not surprised that a few years down the line, a senior person in this country came out to say that he can put his hand in fire about President Mills' incorruptibility. Of course, on the issue of incorruptibility, you know how people, oh my goodness, it's interesting. People go around, get businessmen internationally. Oh, I can take you to the president. And people were doing business with it. President Mills had a particular line. Every time those people came with their so-called business partners, once the meeting was over, he would look at the business partners in the face and say, look, me, President Mills, I will never send anybody to you to collect any envelope or any money. So if anybody comes to you in my name that I have sent him or her for an envelope, come back and come and report to me. And one or two times, a few people, after the meeting is over, but KOKU, why is the old man doing that? Doesn't he know that it's his business and he's spoiling our business? I would just laugh. So I knew them, but they didn't know I knew them. And that was the inner strength I had. Of course, drawing power and authority from the Most High God. But of course, his representative at the time was the President of the Republic of Ghana. And once you hold that sword and take the presidential oath, of course, you swear on the Bible or the Quran or whatever you believe in, supreme authority and power of the nation resides and rests in you. And that was the power that President Mills and authority that he cherished and never abused. And I repeat, he cherished, never abused. Cherished and never abused. And I'm happy that I, Samuel KOKU Sichope Anyido, also cherished the opportunity to work with such an astute president. And my main obligation was to protect and project the president. Nothing else. It was not about personal gain. It was not about amassing wealth. It was about protecting and projecting the president. And I'm happy that I did it to the best of my ability. And even 10 years after he's passed on, I'm still doing the same thing. Not because I'm worshiping a corpse, as some petty minds will want people to believe that, oh, a jagbonu, I'm a kuku subomola, or sum, a funu, in sum funu, in jawon, when I'm a kuku subomola. It's a story that must be told, and I am telling that story. And I'm happy that you are enjoying the story because it's light that must shine in your system. The story is being told.